Hi, I'm joined in the studio today by Andrea Strong, who is the Group Director of Innovation and Technology at Core Security. Welcome to The Voice, Andrea.
Thank you for having me.
Lovely to have you in the studio. First of all, let's tell everybody about who you are and what you do at Core Security.
Okay, so my role is really a new role within the business. I head a new division that's delivering technology and innovation into the group. So that's across monitoring, intelligence and security. Because as a business, we feel it's very important that we introduce technology that wraps around our physical guarding element. So this isn't about replacing people. It's about enhancing their role. It's about making their role safer. And it's about giving our contracts longevity, making the customer see the value of awarding a contract to Core Security.
Excellent. And I mean, Core Security have been going for a very, very long time.
A very long time.
For those of people out there that don't know your background and where you come from, just give them a little bit of a story, because it really is quite a fascinating
It is. So we were founded by Sir Edward Walter, and we are the oldest security company in the world. So we were founded initially to give employment to amputees that came home from the Crimean War. Because the Crimean War was the first war where people actually did come home, but they were they were injured heavily, they were amputees, and they were just cast aside for employment. So our founder, Sir Edward Walter, formed the Corps of Commissionaires, and he employed these guys that were coming home that had served their country. And originally we were ferrying documents around London, not really the security company we are today. But we only employed veterans, and until 2P was introduced, we only employed veterans. Whereas now, obviously, we take contracts on when we win contracts, but we still are heavily supporting our veteran communities. And through our social enterprise status, in the last 3 years, we've given nearly £500,000 to veteran charities. So it's still part of our ethos and part of our culture to support veterans.
That's amazing. And your guys, whenever I see one of your commissionaires, they just look absolutely fantastic.
And they're very proud to wear the uniform.
Oh, you can
very proud
tell,
indeed. Yes.
You know, when you see them out and about, they just glow, don't
they?
They
do.
Talking of which, I was obviously with them at your Innovation Day, which you hosted back in February, which myself and Mike Reddington went to. That was a fabulous day, and there were some truly amazing technologies on display there. Not so comfortable with the creepy dogs. Just going to put it out there. The little robotic dogs, for people that haven't seen them. But you guys obviously are implementing a lot of technology now and as you've said, it's to enhance as opposed to replace. Yeah. So what sort of technologies are you working with?
So at the moment we are looking a lot into robotics. We feel there's a huge potential for robotics, but it's got to be the right robotics and the right solution. So your creepy dog, as you said,
it's just something about the way they move. It makes me feel...
I think it's the fact that it moves as fast sideways as it does forwards and backwards probably is the creepiest.
There's something a bit spidery about them.
There is.
Yeah.
So we're looking at having the quadrupeds, as the creepy dogs are known, to do patrolling, to do things that really we shouldn't be putting a human into that situation. I'm a firm believer as to if there's a risk to the human, then we should always look at technology to do that action. So why would we send an officer down a dark perimeter at night when there's technology that can do it? So again, it's just about taking the risk away, enhancing the role. We're also looking at drone technology, again from the same perspective. Also, we're looking at integration of technologies. So we're looking at building sensors and how we can integrate those with VMS systems and building systems and different systems that are already existent, just to make it more joined up from a technology perspective. So there is technology has enhanced in the last 12 to 18 months so much, and it will continue to do so. And as a business, we realise we have to embrace this. We can't fight it. It is going to be part of our security solution moving forward. And that's the way that we're looking at it. It's a solution. It's not just a security provision. It's not a commodity. It's a solution that we're selling, and a consultative solution at that. So part of my division's role is to look at what's next. What's coming across the horizon? Is that something that we can develop within our industry, and how will that enhance our delivery? How will that give the client more value for their buck? And it's, as I say, it's not about replacing, it's just about enhancing.
And what sort of trends are you seeing that are coming? Are you seeing some amazing developments that are taking place, and some things that are on the horizon that aren't quite there yet, but are quite exciting?
I think again, robotics will it's endless. What robotics can do, and I think that there's a lot of fields where robotics is very much mature. So in healthcare and things like that, that we're now looking at how that can then be put into security. They've already done all the trials, the tests, the technology's there. How we can then adapt that to our industry. I think around visitor management, I think there's an awful lot now that can be done. I think we're looking at that more about identifying people in the building rather than visitor management. Is everybody in the right place at the right time? And we can do that through sensors in offices. We're looking at building sensors now where we would normally have patrolled every floor every hour, but technology can tell us that somebody's not been on the 5th floor since the last patrol, so why would we go and do it again? But we're also coupling that with the cleaning provision, so why would again you then go and clean the toilet? So it's about also joining up all the facility users within that building with technology. And again, for me, it's about coupling technology with technology where the human then makes the decision, because that always has to be the end decision. AI will probably make a decision for us, but we have to have that rounded human element that knows the building, that knows the situation, that knows the client. All that sort of human element still has to be part of the solution.
Yeah, there's little nuances that kind of make it special.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. So Core, as you say, been around for a very, very long time, and you are one of our founding members for the BSIA. How important is it for you to be part of the BSIA journey and be engaged with us?
I think it's very important. I think we see it as a business, we see it not just as a tick box. We are not members just to tick it on a tender. And we embrace the services that you open up to us. There's avenues that we can get as being members of the BSIA that, yes, we might be able to get it independently, but it certainly wouldn't be at the value add that you give to us. And it probably will be quite difficult to get in there. Some of your affiliated members that you have, Neutral Carbon Zone, we were one of the pioneers for that, and I think the opportunities you give to BSIA members to have access to specialists, and now I know we spoke, you're talking about having those holistic services as well. I think that's really important, and I think that your appreciation of our industry and how you help us in our industry, is phenomenal from a core perspective. We really do value being members, and I don't think we see it as being a member. I think we see it as being a partnership. I talk to your technical team quite often, and it's about working together for the good of the industry, and I think we both have that at our hearts.
Absolutely. It's all about professionalising the industry.
It is, definitely. And it's not a commodity.
No.
It's a professional service. Yeah.
No, that's brilliant. That's really lovely to hear. I'm not going to let you go before I do mention the fact, obviously, that you are a Women in Security Award winner.
I am. Thank you.
All hail.
Thank you.
In the technical category, which alone is, there are very few women in the industry that are in the technical category. So that's a phenomenal achievement.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. How are you feeling that the industry could become more attractive for women, and a core sort of trying to encourage more women to come into the sector?
And we understand that it's not to the outside world. People see security as a bouncer on a door. They don't understand the complexities that there is to delivering security and the depth and breadth of clients that we have. As you know, a lot of our offices are front of house in some prime locations in London, and that's not the same as standing on a nightclub door. But I do think we have a lot of work to do from ground roots. We need to change the the way that our industry is perceived. But it starts at education. It starts at those careers events in senior schools. But we do need to make sure that, and something that CORE are doing, one thing that through our surveys, because we do quite a lot of Your View Matters surveys, we just finished our one now, comes back is uniform. You know, uniform is male orientated, the boots and everything like that. Yeah. So with the help of our health and safety manager, we've looked at sourcing female uniform. So now we have a female. If you're a female, you choose from the female wardrobe, and it fits better. Only this week I've been looking at 3D printing stab vests. Wow. Because then that can be made to measure. It's very light, it's very personable. Because again, a female wearing a different body shape. Yeah. And yes, they have got lighter and they have got more adaptable, but it's still not very comfortable to wear. So we're very conscious that when we do get a female going for one of our positions as a security officer, we need to make their environment as comfortable as possible. We need to make sure facilities are suitable for them and everything along the way. But I do think we're making headway as regards the uniform, and I'm really excited about the trials we'll do with the 3D body armour. I'm really looking forward to that.
That's really exciting. Well, I look forward to working with you more on some of the exciting things that we've got coming up.
Definitely.
Certainly with the BSIA and with the Women in Security, and however we can help you on both of those counts, we're more than happy to
I'll be knocking on the door, don't worry.
I'm waiting for you.
Don't worry.
It's lovely to have you in the studio, and thank you for joining us.
No, thank you very much. Thank you. It's been great.
Thank you.